Alright, homies, make it rain.
No, you're not.
Why, you little... Whoa! My shoelaces!
Tied together. Oldest trick in the book.
Introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ben Diskin. Hello.
Answer me, will you? Who exactly are you? On second thought, why am I asking your name? After all, no matter what, I'll crush you. Finding out your name would really just be a waste of time.
When did you first become a voice actor?
I first became a voice actor when I was about 6 years old. My parents put me into the industry, and they basically just said, hey, you know, you're a young kid. Why don't you try to make something of yourself? You know, just make a little bit of money for college so you can get a real job, you know, one of those things. What happened was the voice acting thing took off when I was like 6, and I started doing radio commercials, and I really liked it. And when I was 10, I got to do my first animated series, and that's when I really discovered that I really liked being behind the microphone, more so than in front of the camera. And from there, it's just been a slow, steady rise, and that's where I am today.
Sigh. Yes, I understand.
And wipe that fake smile off your face when you're with me.
Forgive me. I read that in order to win people over, one must be able to smile. I've been practicing, but creating facial expressions, it's still quite difficult for me.
What was your first voice role? Voice acting role?
My first voice acting role, that would be when I was 10 years old. I did a cartoon show called Problem Child, which was based on the movies, like back in I think the late 80s, early 90s. And it was just a very simple show. It was actually one of the first that used CG animation, so it looked really bad. But what I really liked about it was that when I was 8, I did this movie called Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and every kid on the playground found out about it, probably admittedly because I probably told them, but they gave me nothing but hell over it and picked on me and drove me nuts, and I hated it. But with Problem Child, my friends who actually watched that series, which still to this day surprises me because it was on the USA Cartoon Express, which was a Sunday morning cartoon block on cable. It was really weird at the time. Anyway, they didn't recognize me. They didn't know it was me until I told them, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I actually have power over my career. I can tell people whether or not I'm in something, and if I don't tell them, they won't know. So I have this kind of anonymity to it. And that was my very first voice acting, as most people understand it, voice acting role. Technically, it would have been radio commercials when I was younger, but a lot of people don't really count those. So I would say that's probably my first one.
At least radio commercials got you experience in voice acting.
Well, that's definitely true. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those experiences where it's okay, you're a little kid, you can take some direction reasonably well, so we're going to put you in as much stuff as we can because most kids are god-awful. So it was yay, okay, I get a little bit out of this.
I actually saw one of the movies you were in. It was a Disney Channel movie. It was called Just Like Dad, and it was it got my feels. It was a really good movie. You can actually find it on DVD. I really liked you in that movie.
It actually is on DVD. I don't think they produce any copies of it anymore, but my mom has a copy of that thing on DVD. It's a really weird looking cover too. It's like a cartoon cover. But yeah, see, to me, I look at that movie and I want to kill myself. I can't stand my acting performances as a child. I hate them so freaking much. But yeah, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, it's all experience. It's all good. It's all a learning process.
Because I saw the movie and I was like, what is this only on VHS? The only place you can watch it is on YouTube. But I hear a lot of people like that movie, so...
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
What is your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job is the fact that I get to play characters that I would never in a million years be cast for on-camera stuff. To give you an idea, I know what my type is for on-camera work. It's very specific. It's nerd on a soap opera. That is my type. if I try to audition for, say, like a sitcom, like I don't know, like New Girl, that kind of thing, I don't have that like kind of dorky dweebishness that really fits in terms of my looks, but I'm also not like good looking enough to be like sexy leading man. So I look best when it's like, oh, compared to these absolutely outstandingly gorgeous people, this guy looks like a nerd. So soap opera nerd, that's what I am. And there's not a lot of roles like that, at least for me anyway. So I just kind of go, well, this is like, okay, yay, I get to play this one type of character. Meanwhile, in voiceover, I get to play all kinds of different characters. I can be a gigantic lumbering monster, a cute little bunny, the young hero, the withered old man. I get to be all of these different things, and nobody cares what I look like. And that, to me, actually means a lot to me. It means I don't get typecast.
You talking crazy, Tom. You hire something? Oh, criticizing our way of life. Hell, you don't know the power of paper. Well, we gonna wake your ass up to reality by bitch slapping you and fat stack